The best way to teach somebody something or encourage them to do something is when you are an example to them. Think about kids, is you can tell your kids all day long to do certain things and to exhibit sort of good behaviors that you want them to, but there is nothing better than when they're actually seeing you do it and setting an example. And I made a video earlier about taking advantage of this 6 weeks lockdown if you are in Victoria and in general to come out better on the other side. And there's no better way to motivate you than that I do it myself. You see, what I preach is what I do, and I thought about this myself too. For me, doing what I'm doing now is out of my comfort zone because, to be honest with you, I've never done this for that long. I'd never do cardio for more than a couple of weeks and stop, because I always feel that my diet and the way I eat is always done a good job for me. But I thought of this 6 weeks lockdown or 3 months lockdown as a new challenge for me, where I can come out making my body look really different. And it just happens that my birthday is in September. So I thought this is a perfect time now. We're 6 weeks down, 6 weeks from my birthday and also 6 weeks in lockdown. Why don't I take my physique to a different level? Now, this for me is on par for you as somebody who's never done anything, because for me to get to that level I want to get at, it's pretty hard. Okay, it's pretty hard when you're already lean to get even leaner. That extra elite level that I'm after takes a lot of work, and it takes even me out of my comfort zone. So it doesn't matter what you have to do, but you have to come out of your own comfort zone. Everybody's comfort zone is different. My comfort zone is I hate doing cardio. So for the last 6 weeks, I've been on my bike, and the days I can't be on my bike, I'm on the cross trainer now. And I'm actually documenting my progress over these next 6 weeks, doing videos. So, just like I did, you've got to do the same thing for you. Don't come out worse in these 6 weeks. Don't come out bigger and more overweight and more depressed. Especially if you are depressed now, and because of depression you're eating more. Well, what you're doing now is just adding another problem to your existing depression, and your depression will get worse. Yesterday, I was on Doncaster Road and I saw a line up to half a kilometre, people backed up on Doncaster Road to get into KFC. Don't be like them. Don't be like the average child, where you still look at food as comfort like a child, and because you're depressed and locked up, you just run to food. There will be no difference between you and a child, because that's what a child looks like. My biggest problem growing up is I made TV and food my comfort zone, because I was bullied at school, so all I wanted to do is just come home and forget about it. So I would sit in front of the TV and have a whole packet of Marie biscuits at the time, back in the 90s. That was my favorite. So my 3-year-old started doing the same thing, where he started to associate the TV with having something delicious and a snack or an apple, whatever. But I actually had to do something about that, because he was going to start following in my footsteps. And that's what children do. They want to sit in front of the TV and they want to eat, because it's cool, it's fun, it's exciting. So now what I'll do with him is I'll tell him, you can't do both, you choose one. And 9 out of 10, he'll choose a TV, because he's actually not hungry. He just wants the added luxury of eating something that he likes while he's watching TV, because it makes it that just much better. As long as you are like my 3-year-old, having the same mentality that you always need food for comfort, food to get you out of the bad mood, out of a fight with your spouse, out of lockdown, out of a bad day at work, you're never ever going to shift your body, because you're never going to shift your mentality. Get off your backside, stop going for food, jump on the cardio machine, go for a walk. There isn't a better time right now for anybody to be motivated to go out there and reach get their goal, because this is the time we're all locked up, and actually for once exercise has become a luxury. Okay, so believe me when I tell you this, if you don't come out looking better in 6 weeks and change your mentality now, you are never gonna do it. If you don't do it at the time where it permits you, where you have the license to go for a walk because you're locked up at home, you're never gonna do it. Stop visiting KFC, stop visiting McDonald's. You've got the time now to cook nutritious food and meals. You're with the family, cook colorful, nutritious, healthy meals, and whatever you do, do not attempt something that's not sustainable. Don't cut your calories down and go exercising, because it's not going to last. The reason I'm doing it, because I'm a very different level. I've had my diet in check for the last 5 years. I'm happy with the way I look. I just want that elite level, and it's not going to happen until I do the cardio. I'm outside of my comfort zone now. That's something I don't want to do. But I promised myself in these 6 weeks I'm going to come out better. It's an excuse for me to be motivated to do something I've never done before. And also it happens to be my birthday, so I'm really excited to reveal what I'm going to look like on my birthday. So use this time to be productive rather than to be lazy. You're going to look back and say, I had the time to exercise, I had the time to cook properly. And if you're not going to take advantage of that now, you never will. Be skinny for life, guys. Bye bye for now.